Drop the word nice from your mouth for 1 minute and listen to the silence it leaves behind. That silence is where desire can finally breathe. Nice is sugar water, sweet, plentiful, forgettable. Desired is mineral-rich, rare, grounding, unforgettable. Tonight, I am going to replace one psychology with another. Not a costume you put on for an hour, but a nervous system upgrade that women feel before you speak. If you've been praised your whole life for being polite, helpful, agreeable, and safe, and still find yourself overlooked, friend-zoned, or treated like a convenient option, it's not because kindness is the problem. It's because you have been confusing kindness with self-erasure. You've been trading desire for approval, leadership for compliance, boundaries for access, selection for hope. That ends here. The shift from nice to desired is not a personality transplant. It is a reallocation of power. You stop renting your attention to other people's urgency. You stop paying attention taxes to chaos. You stop apologizing for having a spine. You start authoring the frame. You start preferring clarity over comfort. You begin to select instead of seduce. You regulate your body so your presence reads as calm pressure instead of nervous performance. You begin to carry warmth with edges, a combination so rare that people lean forward without knowing why. First, understand precisely what keeps the nice guy stuck. He thinks being liked is the same as being wanted. He treats his time like a public park. He over-explains because silence scares him. He offers help before anyone asked because usefulness feels safer than visibility. He agrees to plans that damage his priorities and then resents them in secret. He tries to be universal, harmless to all, so he ends up vivid to none. This isn't evil, it's fear. Fear of loss, fear of conflict, fear of disappointing someone and losing access to their approval. That fear teaches the body to flinch during truth, to say yes where a boundary belongs, to smile when the correct response is a clean no. Desire can be attached to that because desire reads flinch as uncertainty and uncertainty as work, and no one wants to do extra work to feel safe. So we install a new operating system, one sentence at a time. Here is the spine. See clearly, slow down, select early, invite specifically, breathe through silence, read reality, hold a frame, end on a high. Say it under your breath, once, before every room that matters. Your body will start to move like the man you are practicing to be. Begin with seeing clearly. You cannot be desired while you are trying to perform a role. You are not a universally compatible device. You are a specific man with specific pace, humor, values, and edges. Desired men do not hide their edges to be digestible. They reveal their edges to be legible. Legibility filters faster than charm. Put language to your non-negotiables. I plan my week. I need confirmations the day before. I don't do attack, I do repair. I'm ending while it's bright, my mornings matter. These are not preferences. They are rails that carry nights toward connection or end them cleanly before resentment grows teeth. Slow down. The nice guy moves fast to avoid feeling. He floods texts, fills pauses, stacks compliments, pushes logistics and mistakes acceleration for progress. The desired man lowers his breath, shortens his sentences, and lets silence do some of the heavy lifting. 2 beats after she finishes speaking before you respond. A slower exhale before you escalate. A pause while your hand hovers a breath above her waist before you ask, "May I?" That pause is the difference between pressure and power. It proves you can feel without sedating yourself with action. Women read that like light through glass. Select early. The nice guy tries to convert everyone. He thinks rejection is an indictment, so he avoids clarity. The desired man knows his signal is expensive. He makes clean offers and accepts clean answers. "I want to see you again. Thursday at 7. I'll book the quiet corner. I prefer Thursday. If it's yes, he books it. If she counters once, he adapts. If she goes vague twice, he steps back. I'm in when calendars match. No malice, No lecture. He refuses to keep a balloon in the air with drips of attention. He advances a story or he goes to live one. Invite specifically. Specific plans reduce anxiety and increase momentum. Anxiety makes you chatter. Momentum makes you calm. Always offer 2 windows and 1 preference. Tuesday or Thursday at 7. I prefer Thursday. Always propose a place that respects conversation. Quiet corner, living plants, soft light, a sightline that lets her relax. Always preface heavy weeks. This week is full. I'll reach out Sunday to lock next. Then do it. Dependability is underpriced charisma. People relax around those who keep small promises because small promises predict big ones. Breathe through silence. Your urge to fill space is the smoke alarm of your nervous system. When you make an offer, let air do its work. When she answers, hold 2 beats before you pile on justification. When a moment warms, don't narrate it to prove you belong. Silence is not a void to fear. It's a stage where desire steps forward. Train this daily. Ask a real question and count 2 in your head after she finishes. The 2 beats become your signature. Your presence begins to taste like steadiness. Rid reality. Stop arguing with evidence. Watch behavior, not promises. If she shows up curious, upbeat, present, you multiply with attention and speed. If she is consistently late, vague, or disrespectful, you reduce access without a sermon. Standards are not slogans. They are incentive structures. Reward investment with access. Reward disrespect with distance. Your nervous system will scream at you to buy peace with self-betrayal. Thank it and hold the line. The line is what you become. Hold a frame. In every interaction, someone authors and someone adapts. The nice guy adapts by default, answers questions he never agreed to, apologizes for preferences he never stated, accepts last-minute chaos as inevitable. The desired man authors the spine of moments with kindness and structure. Tuesday or Thursday at 7. I'm not available that late. I don't do attack. If we reset, I'm in. I'm ending while it's bright. He's not controlling. He's responsible for pace, place, and purpose. He writes the rules of engagement that make good outcomes likely and drama expensive. End on a high. Most men overstay because they don't trust the night to remember them. Leave while there is oxygen in the room. When it crests, smile and say, I like this. Sunday at 6, the bookstore you mentioned. If the moment asks for a kiss, ask in 5 words. I want to kiss you. If the answer is yes, meet it and end soon after. If the answer is no or not yet, your warmth remains. Good. I like our pace. Ending clean is a vow to your mornings and a signal to her body that your desire has brakes. Brakes are sexy because they make surrender safe. Now that the spine is installed, we replace the soft habits that made you forgettable with hard habits that make you compelling. Kindness stays. Compliance leaves. You bring warmth with edges. Bring the hoodie on the riverside walk because it will get cold. Remember her coffee. Learn the server's name. Tip well. Text home safe without turning it into a leash. Pair that with standards. I plan my week. I need confirmations the day before. The combination, generosity plus boundaries, creates a climate people call masculine without the cartoon. It says, if you are near me, you are cared for. If you cross the lines, I step back. That mix is rare enough to be called dangerous. Your body becomes a billboard for your psychology. Regulate before you speak. Inhale for 4, hold for 2, exhale for 6. Twice, relax your jaw. Drop your shoulders, feel your feet. This changes your voice and your timing. It turns your eyes into anchors instead of searchlights. It gives your hands the patience to hover before they land. It allows your silence to feel intentional. Desired men are regulated. The room feels it before anyone can explain it. Language becomes your lever. Practice 5 sentences until they sound like your mouth. I want to see you again. Thursday at 7, I'll book the corner. I prefer Thursday, that doesn't work for me. I plan my week. I need confirmations the day before. I don't do attack. If we reset, I'm in. I'm ending while it's bright. Tell me. These are not lines. They are bones. Bones hold shape when adrenaline tries to melt you. We need to talk about approval addiction. The nice guy is allergic to disappointment. He has trained himself to prevent it in others by absorbing it himself. He says yes where a no belongs and calls it kindness. It's not kindness, it's self-protection, disguised as generosity. You do not become desired by protecting everyone from their feelings. You become desired by protecting the conditions where real connection can grow. That means letting people feel disappointed when your boundary meets their preference. It also means tolerating the heat in your own chest when you make a clean ask and hear a clean no. This tolerance is a muscle. You build it with reps. Reps require a plan. For the next 30 days, run the selection protocol. Every day, one clean ask you can survive if refused, one clean no where you respect your time, one clean follow-up that advances a story, one two-beat silence you let stand. Write each down. Ask, answer, breath. You will be tempted to chase after the ask. Don't. You will want to justify your no. Don't. You will want to soften the silence. Don't. You are training your nervous system to hold reality without bargaining with it. On Sundays, review and circle 3 things: where you apologized, where you held the line, where you felt proud. Pride in the right dose is armor. Presence is your new currency. Put your phone out of reach when you sit with someone you care about. Learn one short story with one sensory detail, and no heroics. Speak in shorter sentences as the energy warms. Ask about decisions, not trivia. What did you say no to this year, and why? What standard did you earn the hard way? What do your close friends count on you for? Stamp your conversations with a 2-beat breath after her answer before adding yours. If she teases, you play back. Teasing is safe when it targets behaviors, not identities. I like how you build small cities out of napkins when you think. She razzes your handwriting. My letters look like they showed up late to class. I'm working on it. Play is the oxygen that keeps edge from becoming edgelord. Stop counterfeiting scarcity. Disappearing to look important is a teenager's trick. Real scarcity is a calendar with edges, mornings that belong to you, deep work blocks that survive your mood, training you keep whether someone texts or not. It is answering when you can be present and not answering when you would be half there. It is protecting sleep, showing up 5 minutes early and ending nights while they are bright. When your time tells the truth, your attention becomes expensive in the right way. And expensive attention tastes like value, not like games. Selection beats seduction, and competence beats charisma long-term. Build competence in the basics that make adult life smoother. Cook 2 meals by heart, lift something heavy with good form, fix a loose hinge, know one route to a quiet corner at any hour, carry cash for small mercies, keep a simple kit in your car, know one poem or line that lives in your chest for real. Competence reads as groundedness. Groundedness feels like trust. Trust plus spark is the recipe for desire that lasts after dopamine fades. Let's run scenes so you can hear how this psychology sounds when lived. You're at a birthday with 10 people and noise. Old you tries to be interesting. New you becomes interested. You notice the one person who asked a question that mattered and mark it. Later, when the circle thins, you walk over without orbiting. You say you asked the only thing they didn't want to answer. Then you ask one value question. What made you catch that? You let silence stand. She answers. You listen without stacking a story about yourself. You exit before the moment decays. An hour later, your message is adult. Tuesday or Thursday at 7. Quiet place with a corner. I prefer Thursday. Stop. She either meets the investment or she doesn't. Either way, you remain intact. Date night. You arrive 5 minutes early because rushing eats presence. You give her the seat with the better sight line because you're a host, not a waiter. You know the server's name by the time they leave. Your phone doesn't exist. You talk decisions, not resumes. What did you trade for peace this year? She answers. 2 beats. You say the way your shoulders drop when you're certain. Keep that. You reduce distance by an inch. You don't reach. You let electricity exist. When the room asks for a step, you ask in 5 words. I want to kiss you. If yes, you meet it and you end on a high. I like my mornings. If no, your warmth remains. Good. I like our pace. Either way, you sleep proud because you didn't rent your self-respect for another hour. Texting between, fewer, richer notes. Reference something real. I keep thinking about how quiet everything got when you paused before answering. Thursday at 7, the place with the courtyard. I prefer Thursday. If she counters once, you pick. If she goes vague twice, you step back. I'm in when calendars match. No sarcasm, no guilt. Selection over seduction. Friction test. She cancels last minute twice. Old you rewired your week and swallowed resentment. New you speaks once. I like this. I plan my week. I need confirmations the day before. Then you watch behavior, not vows. If it aligns, attraction doubles. If it doesn't, you step back without theater. I'm going to pass. Schedules aren't aligning. Done. Your boundary is a fact, not an argument. Adults who like adults respect this. Conflict, a sharp tone arrives. Old you mirrors it or fawns. New you sets the frame. I don't do attack. If we reset, I'm in. If she resets, you continue. If not, you exit. You are not trying to win inside a frame that can produce a win worth having. You change frames or you change rooms. That ability to let someone be disappointed without rescuing them from their feelings is the birth of respect. Intimacy. Your edge shows as pacing, not pressure. Consent threads the night. I'm thinking about kissing you here. Good, more of that. Stay like that. Slower. Don't move. You read breath. Fast and shallow means climbing. Long and slow means settling. Held can be guard or a beautiful edge. You use your body as a frame, not a cage. Hands firm enough to be something she can push against. Arms ready to hold. Weight adjusted so she doesn't have to hold herself up while trying to feel. After, you don't bolt. 10 minutes of quiet. Water, one precise sentence that proves presence. When you tugged my hand exactly where you wanted it, yes. This is how a nice man becomes a desired man in bed. Warmth with edges, desire with breaks, leadership with listening. Distance, work stacks weeks, family compresses windows, you pre-frame. This week is heavy, I'll reach out Sunday to lock next. Then you do. You never ghost because you got busy. You planned because you're an adult. Dependability is the quiet charisma that turns bright sparks into durable warmth. There are counterfeits to watch for because your fear will try to copy the signals without the substance. Fake scarcity, disappearing to look important. Real scarcity, a life with edges. Fake standards, rules you quote but don't enforce. Real standards, boundaries that cost access when crossed. Fake selection, insulting what you can't get. Real selection, leaving quietly because fit is wrong. Fake vulnerability, oversharing to buy intimacy. Real vulnerability, one true sentence that could cost you the moment. I won't skip training to look available. I'm ending here. I like my pace. I want to kiss you. You say it once without defense and let reality organize around it. Your look matters because it's the envelope your presence comes in. Wear fabric that makes you want to touch yourself. Physically, cotton that moves, linen that breathes, a jacket that feels like a decision, fit that suggests a body, not a billboard for it, shoes that can carry you without complaint, scent that smells like clean skin with an echo, not a fog, grooming that says deliberate, not dramatic. You are not trying to cosplay a character. You are letting your outside match your inside, so friction drops and attention frees to be present. Money, mood, schedule, secrets. These are the 4 levers that make nice guys bend and desired men hold. If a bill can bully your standards, your no isn't real. If a message can flip your mood, your presence is rented. If your calendar has no bones, other people's urgency will eat it. If you carry secrets that can be weaponized, you will dodge truth where truth would save time. Build a small emergency fund. Sleep like you respect tomorrow. Block your mornings for yourself. Stop creating messes you have to hide. Every lever you remove adds weight to your yes and kindness to your no. Weight is what makes you desired, because weight is what makes promises mean something. Write yourself a vow, not a quote for a feed, a contract you sign with behavior. I will not purchase approval with self-betrayal. I will not rent my schedule to other people's urgency. I will not let lust negotiate away my standards. I will author frames with specifics and kindness. I will align incentives with behavior, not speeches. I will remove levers cheap enough to move me. I will choose games that reward my best traits and refuse the ones that punish them. I will concentrate my attention until my presence feels expensive. I will let silence X-ray what words cannot. I will collect before I confess. I will detach from outcomes and trust my process. I will compound a reputation that makes my no kind and my yes loud. I will be the same man alone that I am in front of her. Say it once, then prove it with a calendar. You will fail. You will break silence before it can sing. You will apologize for a boundary because her face fell. You will send a text that performs instead of invites. Repair fast. I rushed. I want a redo. I over-explained. Here's the simple truth. This doesn't work for me. I sent that because I was anxious. The real plan is Thursday at 7. Self-hate is vanity in a mask. Adults fix and move. Repairs done early are sexier than perfect performances because they prove leadership under heat. If you want one daily ritual that hardwires this into your bones so it survives adrenaline, do this each morning. Water, light, breath, movement, one sentence. Water before anything, light in your eyes, 2 slow cycles of 4-2-6 breathing, 60 seconds of movement, 1 written line that becomes today's operating system. Author the frame. End while it's bright. 2 options, 1 preference. No arguments with my no. Then go collect 1 clean ask, 1 clean no, 1 clean follow-up, and let 1 2-beat silence stand. Write them down. This is not motivational theater. This is nervous system training. Desire is a byproduct of your regulation and your rules. Here's your pocket OS for moments when your brain tries to sprint. See. Slow. Select. Invite. Breathe. Read, hold, end. See the person without fantasy. Slow your cadence until she can meet it. Select for fit early. Invite with specifics. Breathe together. Read what returns without guessing. Hold the edge just below fulfillment. End while there's oxygen, so next time writes itself. Whisper it once at the door. Your body will remember. When someone asks you 6 months from now how you stopped being just nice and became unmistakably desired, you won't talk about tricks. You'll tell the truth. I learned to lead myself first. I kept my warmth and added edges. I traded performance for presence. I started making clean offers, accepting clean answers, and keeping my identity off the table. I stopped rescuing people from their own feelings and started respecting mine. I made my time tell the truth. I ended nights while they were bright. I repaired fast. I became the same man alone that I am in front of her. That is the psychology that turns nice into desired. It is not louder, it is heavier. And once you wear it, the room will feel you before you speak. The right ones will lean in, the wrong ones will drift. Both are mercy. Now do something simple and irreversible. Take your phone. Schedule 2 windows in the next 10 days titled Selection. During those windows you will send invitations, proposals and follow-ups. No feed, no scroll, no inbox wandering. Just reps. Then set 2 blocks titled Deep Work, where you build the assets that make your ask strong. Skills, decks, drafts, dates that actually feel like something. Put one block titled Maintenance, where you clean your space, plan your week, and lay out the clothes that feel like decisions. You are building the life that desire loves to land in. Begin today. Breathe. Make one clean offer. Hold 2 beats. Accept the answer without shrinking. End on a high. Walk away proud. Repeat tomorrow. That, not a line or a trick, is how the man you've been pretending to be stops pretending and starts radiating, not just nice, desired.